Presenting Superman.
Up in the sky, look.
It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's Superman.
And now, Superman. Strange and amazing figure from another world who has come to Earth as the champion of the weak and the oppressed. As our story opens today, Superman and his character of Clark Kent, reporter, is just where we left him. In the laboratory of Dr. Dahlgren, bending over the reviving form of the scientist who has been stunned by the blowing open of his safe. Outside, a distant clock has struck 5:30. Inside, Kent and the doctor stare at the empty safe, realizing that the steel cylinders necessary to operate the Dahlgren atomic beam have been stolen, and that the Yellow Mask can now make good his threat to blow the Daily Planet building to fragments on the dot of 6. Lois Lane has been sent to bring the police and warn the paper. Sirens wail as the squad cars race toward the scene of the explosion. Meanwhile, the Yellow Mask himself watches grimly from a secret hiding place, waiting for the uproar to die down. Listen.
So, the sound of the explosion has brought the police like bees to a honeypot. Very well. I shall wait until I'm ready to leave. Then all the police in the city will not stop me. Are both cars waiting?
All ready when you give the word, Chief.
Good. Who's this, Michael? Who's that with you?
I got a visitor for you, Chief.
You let me go. Put me down.
That girl, where did she come from?
She belongs to the fella from the newspaper. After the explosion, she went for the cops. I seen her coming down the stairs, and I thought maybe we'd better hang on to her.
Oh, you beast! Let me go!
Excellent, Michael. Well done indeed. Put her in the second car with the machine.
I won't go.
Bring her to the airport, Michael. Put her in the plane.
You heard what he said. Come along. Take her, Joe.
I won't. Stop. Put me down.
What do you do with her, Chief?
That young man, Kent, has annoyed us before. I shall take no chances this time. If he hinders my plans in the next half hour, he signs this girl's death warrant. Start up the car.
And meanwhile, back in the laboratory of Dr. Dahlgren.
Oh, Kent, how did they know? Who told them when to come?
To steal the cylinders?
Yes.
Dr. Dahlgren, you remember I asked you if there was anyone named Michael hereabouts?
Yes, my servant. I've had him for years.
Well, Michael betrayed you to the Yellow Mask. He had a dictaphone in every room of the laboratory and told them of every move you made.
Michael did that? Where is he?
I don't know. Probably following the mask. And that's where I'm going, too.
No, Kent, don't leave me. Come back.
Doctor, you'll be all right. The police are on the stairs right now. Sorry, I can't wait.
Hey, what's going on in here?
What's the trouble?
Can't go down. Got to be up. Maybe the next landing. This will do it. Out of these clothes. There. Up for the window. What's the time? Where's that clock? Good thing I can see in the dark. 25 minutes to 6. 25 minutes to find the Yellow Mask, or else. I don't know. Not much time, but here we go. Up, up. One or two things. He's either going back to town or out to an airport. But first, I must warn White to clear the building just in case. Faster! Faster! 25 minutes.
5:45. Oh, Lord. Lord. Where's Miss Lane? Where's Kent? City room, White.
My friend, this is the Yellow Mask.
Miss Smith, trace this call.
Don't trouble yourself, Mr. White. You cannot stop me now. Nor can Mr. Clark Kent. If he's there, tell him that Miss Lois Lane is with me.
What? Lois Lane? You've got Lois?
Miss Lane is my hostage in my plane. If you or Kent or anyone else interferes with me now, Miss Lane will leave my company without a parachute. Goodbye.
Yes, Mr. White. We're tracing the call. I will let you know where.
Oh, no time. Oh, Lord. That devil means to drop Lois out of an airplane. Oh, Kent, is that you? Where have you been, man? Where have you...
Never mind where I've been, Mr. White. Is Miss Lane here?
Kent, just this second a call came from the mask. He's got an airplane and he's got Lois.
What?
It's true. What did you find out at Dahlgren's?
Mr. White, it's bad. The mask got away with the atomic beam machine. He could wipe us out in a second.
What? Where are you going?
Call the nearest flying field. The one on the point. I can be there in 8 minutes. Have them warm up a plane.
You can't fly. What are you going to do?
Yes, I can. And I will. So long, Mr. White. I'm not running out on you.
Kent, wait! Wait!
It's our only chance, and I'm taking it. If you don't hear from me by 2 minutes of, there's nothing we can do. All alone in the hall. Out of these clothes. No time for opening windows. Last chance, Mask. But Superman still has time. You can fly, so can I. I'll get to the field and take a plane myself. Faster! Faster!
What are you going to do with me?
Just sit where you are, my dear Miss Lane, for the time being. What's the clock say, Michael?
5 to 6.
Remove the cover from the atomic beam. Wait a minute. What's that behind us?
Too dark to say for sure. Looks like another plane.
The fools. Didn't believe me, eh? Well, they soon will. Look down, Michael, and tell me where we are.
Over the Daily Planet building.
Watch it, Michael. It will not be there for long.
You beast! You fiend! What are you going to do?
Pay off a few calls, Miss Lane. All right, Michael. It works. The machine works. Now then, Michael, back over the planet building.
Any news from Kent? What's the time?
Kent hasn't called in so far, Mr. White. Wait a minute. Hey, anybody got a call from Kent?
No, nothing here.
Not so far, Mr. White.
What's the time now?
Well, you asked me that just a minute ago.
I know I did. Miss Smith, what's the time?
3 minutes of 6, Mr. White.
3 minutes of 6. No time left now. There they are. Gotta scare them off. All right, Mask. Here I come.
Hey, Chief, that other plane's right behind us.
Never mind the other plane. It's 2 minutes to 6. Swing down over the Daily Planet building.
All right, I gotta bank and head back again. Here we go.
Please observe, Miss Lane. Once again, the whine of the atomic generators.
Oh, stop! You can't mean to do it. You won't.
Hey, look, Chief. The other plane's right on our tail.
I'll take care of that. Come here, Miss Lane.
Oh, let me go!
I told your friends what would happen if they got in my way. Now, Michael, release the door.
It's open. Just throw the cam.
Stop! Stop!
I said if they came too close, I warned them. Come here, girl.
No! No!
Hey, Chief, watch out. He's gonna crash us.
Too late. Out you go, Miss Lane. Out that door there.
Look out! Look out!
Michael, down! Down! Dive in the building! I'm throwing the switch on the atomic beam.
Look out! Look out! He's right on top of us! Here he comes!
There. I crashed the planes. Jumped clear. That'll take care of the mask. But Lois, she's falling. Plunging down 2,000 feet. Got to catch her. Down! Down! 1,500 feet. 1,000. 800. 500. 200. There she is. Now. Ah! I got her. She's safe. Now up, and away!
Swooping down, Superman saves Lois in the nick of time and bears her away to safety. Next morning in the offices of the Daily Planet.
Well, Lois, come in. Sit down. That was quite an experience you had last night.
I tell you, Mr. White, I don't understand it. They threw me out of the plane. I remember falling. That's all I do remember clearly.
Well, that's almost enough. I imagine we all owe our lives to your friend Clark Kent.
Clark Kent? What did he do?
Most amazing. At the very last minute, he went up in a plane, rammed the mask just as he was about to touch off that infernal machine and came down by parachute, just as you did.
As I did? I don't remember any parachute.
You don't think you swam down, do you?
I don't know. I'm not sure. It's all very hazy, but at the last minute, I seem to recall that a man appeared out of nowhere, just flying in the air.
You probably saw the mask falling out of his plane.
Oh no, this wasn't that kind of a man. Wore a long red cape, and he just took me in his arms and carried me away.
You're dreaming, Lois. Well, look who's here. Come on in, Kent.
Good morning, Mr. White. Good morning, Miss Lane.
Oh, good morning. If you'll excuse me, Mr. White.
I don't know what Miss Lane has against me.
Oh, you mustn't mind her, Kent. I can't thank you enough for what you did. You saved all our lives.
Oh, I was just lucky, Mr. White. Crashed the planes and came down by parachute. Oh, by the way, was anything left of the mask's plane?
Nothing left of either the plane or the mask. Dr. Dahlgren's machine was ruined too. Incidentally, he called earlier this morning to thank you and to tell you that he's destroyed the duplicate of that machine and the plans for building it. He thought you'd approve.
Oh, I do. It was much too dangerous a device in the hands of the wrong person.
Oh, say, Kent, there's something that's bothering me.
Yes?
Lois seems to think she was rescued by a man in a red cape, a Superman, who flew through the air. Now, you remember that Western story you covered? There are rumors about such a man. Red cape flying through the air. Now, do you think...
It's too silly to talk about, Mr. White.
I know, but,
Hey, Mr. White, about that fire in the Sterling building?
Yeah, what about it? Don't go, Kent.
Just got a phone call. They think there's a girl trapped on the 20th floor.
What? A girl trapped? Can't they get her out?
Can't reach her.
Mr. White, let me cover that story. Maybe...
Maybe what?
Well, maybe I can do something. Can I cover it?
Sure, but if the fire department can't reach her, what do you think you can do?
What does Clark Kent mean to do? Does he intend to assume the blue costume and red cape of Superman and attempt a daring rescue of the trapped girl in broad daylight? Does he dare reveal himself as Superman before the thousands of people watching the fire in the street below? What will happen? Tune in next time and find out. And remember, don't miss the next installment of Superman.
Up in the sky, look! It's a bird!
It's a plane.
It's Superman!
Superman is a copyrighted feature appearing in Action Comics magazine.
The Fenton Village Players thank you for listening to the WFVP Radio Broadcast series. This 9th episode of The Adventures of Superman, Threat to the Planet Building, originally aired on March 1st, 1940. Our recreation of that episode featured the voices of Nadja Tirrell as the announcer, Daniel Ragan as the Yellow Mask, Stephen Shelton as both Perry White and Michael, Jason Lesiewicz as Dr. Sven Dahlgren, Willow Treece as both Lois Lane and Miss Smith, and Seppy Yoon as Superman, with guest voices by Kaity Honnen, Langyel and Tina Olsen. This concludes our 2024 WFVP Radio Broadcast series. The Adventures of Superman was transcribed, recorded, engineered, directed, and produced by Kevin Emmons. To learn more about our other radio shows, our live community theater in Fenton, Michigan, or to donate to our nonprofit to help us continue to make great theater experiences, visit www.fentontheater.org.